Hey guys, thank you for tuning in. This is the Reload Season 2, my final episode, episode 6. And I'm sitting with a game changer right here, literally, if I must say. He goes by the name of Hip Hop Gamer. Introduce yourself. I'm not gonna say much. And let's carry on this interview.
Yo, what's up, man? It's the one and only Hip Hop Gamer, Hot 97, Logitech G, NBA 2K League, Def Jam Records. We out here, you know what I'm saying? You already know what it is. Reload, baby. Load it up. Let's get it.
Yeah. All right. Yes. So, Hip Hop Gamer.
Yo.
Like I tell everybody, I find so many people on Instagram, but unfortunately, like with you, I met you through Music Entrepreneur conference that we had at Microsoft Office Building, and you're one of the you spoke too, right?
Yeah, I was one of the
You're one of the panelists.
Yeah.
And you just educated so many of us on like the importance of gaming and how it's so influential, you know, through music, but also through the mental state, right?
Absolutely.
Being that therapy that a lot of people need, and using it as a avenue, you know, especially if you are a gamer, or even if you're not a gamer. It's just, you know, a way of relaxing and getting into another world. So tell me first, how did you get into the game, working in entertainment, and then that transition from music to gaming, or vice versa, however it was for you?
Got you. So, well, first it started with my grandma. You know what I'm saying? Like, she taught me how to play video games when I was 4 years old. So I've been playing video games, and you know, since I was 4 with my grandma's, and that spearheaded where we at today. So, Pac-Man was the first game I ever played, but Super Mario Brothers, Nintendo 8-bit is what made me a gamer. Like, that was it after that, right? So, fast forward, I saw this video because back in the day, G4 Tech TV, that was like the ESPN of, you know, gaming. We was able to watch that on television, and I was a big fan of that show, especially my man Adam Sessler. So when I was watching that, right, it started to feel like the corporations was getting to their voices, and things wasn't as genuine or as real anymore. So instead of complaining, I just started creating. And that's when I started making my own like YouTube videos and everything. And when I did that, I got discovered by a gentleman by the name of Torrance Davis, who had a website called thebitbag.com. Once I got discovered by him, he allowed me to take my show, the Hip Hop Gamer show that I was doing weekly on Sundays. He allowed me to take that show and put it on his website. And because of my work and my consistency, he allowed me to go to E3. And E3, this is back in 2008. So E3 is like the Super Bowl of the gaming industry. You know what I'm saying? So when I went out there for the first time, I broke a lot of barriers. I did some of the biggest interviews with all types of major developers and executives and CEOs. And when that happened, it was like the first time anybody has ever seen somebody like me with a big championship belt coming through, going crazy, you know, wearing my heart on my sleeve because I'm passionate. Because like in any professional world, they try to make it seem like, you know, you got to be reserved and you have to be professional and stuff like that. And I was like, I didn't agree with none of that. And I've always been the kind of person where, you know, be a trendsetter. I'm a lead. Like, you know what I'm saying? So y'all do what y'all do, but you'll follow me later. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's just like my mentality. So, so did that, broke a lot of barriers. So that like cemented me in the gaming industry. So that's what led me there. And then fast forward to the Hot 97 situation, you know, with the music side of things. I'm not sure if a lot of people know, but I used to supervise the mailroom from like 2000 to 2000. Okay. Yeah, so I used to supervise the mailroom for Universal Music Group. So I knew everybody at every record label, like everybody from.
Hold on, what year was this?
Oh, so from 2000 to 2014. I was supervising the mailroom. Yeah, so for 14 years, I knew everybody in the record company business. Everybody.
So you don't know this, but I was interning at Universal Music Group in the year of 2014. So probably by the time you left, I was just coming in.
That's crazy.
Interning at Cash Money Records, at Republic Records. On the eighth
Republic?
floor. Yes.
On the 8th floor? Yo, I probably
Eighth
met
floor.
you.
Yes.
I probably
yes.
met you
So we
because
probably
yeah, we probably met each other because I was supervising the mailroom there. And when you say Republic, there's so many people I know in Republic because it was Interscope, Geffen, A&M, and stuff like that. And you had Republic on the floors because that was 1755 Broadway.
Right.
Like that. Yep.
755 Broadway.
Yep. So who did you work under?
Katina,
Katina
Byram.
I
think it's Katina
I'm trying
Byram.
to remember. Katina Byram.
Yeah, Katina Byram and Vicky Charles.
Vicky Charles?
Yeah,
oh.
Vicky.
Yeah, Vicky is the homie. Oh my, yo, that's crazy. Vicky Charles.
I still email Vicky to this day. She don't respond back like she used to. But she
so Vicky Charles. Because on that floor, I believe there was Monty Lippman, because it was a Lippman.
Yep, Monty.
Like
they
Monty Lippman.
Yep,
Monty Lippman. He cool peoples too. So yo, that's crazy. Yeah,
they real cool too.
Yep. So I'm the supervisor in the mailroom for 14 years within the entire music business. All right. So when I did so shout out to my man Davey D. He was the one that was telling me that, yo, Hot 97 could utilize what you do, because a lot of people saw what I was doing. Or, like, they would see me do an interview with like a major actor or somebody, and then I'm coming to work the next day. And he's like, yo, how do you do what you do but you still here? Like, what's going on? So I did a red carpet event for this video game that Facebook was doing called Gig It. And the game wasn't good, but they did like a big event. And in this event, that's how I got a chance to meet Ebro and Peter Rosenberg and their representation and stuff. And I did an interview with Peter Rosenberg, and it was dope. And that interview led to further conversations with Hot 97, because I was like, yo, y'all got all these listeners, y'all don't talk about gaming at all, and all your listeners game. Tell me, like, I know this. I mean, my name is Hip Hop Gamer. You know I know.
Right.
So we had a meeting. And fast forward, that meeting turned into a huge partnership that I got Logitech G involved and stuff like that. So that's how, I got started in gaming in terms of my grandma. And then my boy Torrance Davis gave me the opportunity to be in the industry. And being in the industry led to the partnership, with Hot 97 and Logitech G, which eventually grown to so many more things now. And I'm just blessed. So that's pretty much like a journey.
Man, that's amazing. I don't even think I recall you saying any of this at the event, but it's interesting, and it's such a small world. And with you, getting that intro into the music world, where you're bringing in gaming and music and tying those two together. What do you feel like was the biggest hurdle for you while you were maneuvering through those things, trying to let people know the importance of gaming and how music is so influential in gaming, and what avenues that they, what things they can touch and open up?
Well, the biggest hurdle was greed. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they felt like they could just copy and paste what they've done in other industries and just come to gaming and think it's going to work for them. See, the problem is, this is something that I talk about a lot, but I have a quote where I say character is your currency. So who you are is what's actually valuable. Like, not what you have or what you can do, like who you are is what's valuable. So what I say that to say this, a lot of people just thought they could throw money at gaming and it'll work for them because they seen it work for somebody else or whatever. It doesn't work like that. If you ain't real, it ain't gonna work. It's kind of like what hip hop used to be back in the day, where you actually had to write your own stuff and be talented and so on and so forth. In gaming, that's the same way. And one of the reasons why is because the value is respect. See, like in music, I could listen to that stuff for free, or I could get Spotify and listen to it ad free. I don't have to pay for nothing, but I'm still getting the music. Whereas in gaming, you spending $60 to get that game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or if you play Fortnite for free, you're gonna buy the stuff in the game to make your character better or whatever. Like, this is all proven stuff. So there's a respect value to the cause, which makes the industry bigger and better than any other industry in entertainment as a collective. So that was one of the biggest hurdles, because you could talk to somebody but a lot of people feel like they're too big in one area to be humble in a new area if they trying to grow in this new area. Like, you know what I'm saying? They feel like, I'm such and such. Why I gotta do that? I'm such and such. Why I gotta do that? All right, well, let's stay your such and such self over there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's it. So what started happening is, you know, and I want to give a shout out to them too, but Gamer Tag Radio and Console Kings, before I came in the industry, they was bringing that, bridging that gap with hip hop and gaming. But Console Kings was doing it more from an eventful standpoint, and Gamer Tag Radio was doing it more from a podcast standpoint as a collective. I'm the first person to do it as an individual, like as a voice, and my name is the brand. You know what I'm saying? My name is embodies everything. So what I started doing was, I'm an artist myself. So I make songs for video games too. I'm a character in video games. So I just started, I was doing everything that I wanted to do that others wanted to do as well. And they started coming to me, asking me, yo, how did you do this? Or how can we do this together? Blah, blah, blah. So just by me following my passion and my dreams created the inspiration that humbled others, that made them willing to learn and be a part of it correctly. And that's how I was able to bring a lot of people together, such as a Hot 97, such as, you know, a lot of these people, because they started to see the vision, and them seeing the vision allowed me to bring like financial stuff to it, because they was willing internally to give me the opportunity to show and prove. So it's like, it's things of that nature. So now everybody sees it a lot more, and it's more clearer. So more people are respecting the fact that they have to take time out to learn. They have to remove their ego and figure out how they can make it work for them. So I feel like I helped to pioneer that movement.
So what are you seeing right now in the trend with music and gaming, especially you being hip hop gamer? Like, what do you see, or even what are you working on right now that, you know, you see what the future is going to be with the skills that you have and the experience working in both industries?
Okay, so one thing that I see is a lot of these music companies and record labels, they're gonna have Twitch studios, like, you know, like built in there. They're gonna have Twitch studios built. I mean, Sony already has one. You know, I'm with Def Jam, so I'm working with a whole lot of things that nobody else is doing, and even Republic. I think Republic, they have their own gaming division that they building out right now. So you're gonna see a lot more record labels do more things in gaming, and beyond just having like music in games. Like, you're gonna start seeing their artists be more productive in the gaming space across the board. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might see artists perform at EVO, which is one of the biggest fighting game tournaments in the world. Like, you're gonna start really seeing these collaborations on a different scale. But I think the biggest change is gonna be this, and I'm gonna just put it out there. In terms of Twitch, YouTube, Mixer, like a lot of these streaming platforms, the first streaming platform that like secures a deal musically with a major label, like a Universal Music Group or whatever. The first company that do that, where they give the opportunity for all the streamers to play games and listen to their own music, listen to the music that they love to listen to without copyright strikes and them being flagged for it. The first company that allows that parity across the board is probably going to win the streaming battle, like for real, because that's one of the biggest missing elements that everybody's trying to find a workaround with. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're playing a video game and there's music in the background, already you're flagged. Even if the music is in the game, like all this other crazy stuff. So I think from a music standpoint, the first company that achieves that goal will probably win that streaming war, and at least for, you know, that time being. So I think that's one of the things that you're going to see that changes in the music industry and how they adapt to gaming. And on top of that, even in the fashion industry, like we've seen it with Louis Vuitton and League of Legends, how they blended a concert together and made that work. It's so many incredible things that's happening, but there's so many more things that hasn't happened yet. So I'm just excited.
Right. I'm glad you brought up the copyright thing, because that's one of the things I hate about Instagram. I even have artists where like when I'm interviewing artists, I share the music, their single that they're working on. And for instance, Facebook for sure will flag something and not post it, not realizing that actually this music was sent to me, and that's why that content is in my video along with the picture of the artist. So why is this being flagged? I feel like that's a problem in 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 some ways, something that they need to work on, other than just flagging just because they automatically hear the song. Like, are you actually even looking at the content that's being attached to that video or to that post or whatever the case may be? So I'm really interested in seeing this. I don't know much about Twitch. I hear about Twitch a lot. I hear about all these other platforms, but now I feel like I need to get on board and and really start investing in seeing like what's the big deal with it, and how can I be a part of this amazing community, because I know that it's big, you know.
Yo, you got what I would tell anybody is, you know, the more you know, the more you learn, the more valuable you become. A lot of people aren't in position, especially internally, to do a lot of these things. So if you're doing that and providing that for them, they'll just give you the bag. They'd be like, yo, look, here, you do it, so they can sit back and benefit from having it, even though they're not the ones producing it, because they're not willing to take the time to learn how to do it. That's like with me. I'm not good with cars. I know how to drive, but I ain't no mechanic, so I'm not gonna take courses to learn how to do all this. I don't got time for that. That's why you have mechanics. That's why you got, you know, like doctors. Everybody is great at what they do. So you focus on what you're great on, and if what you do can be valuable to somebody else, then you be, hey, look, I know what you're trying to do, but you're going about it all wrong. I can do it for you and take care of it. You fall back and benefit from it, pass the bag over, and I got you. Yeah. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta figure out ways to work together, but the more knowledge and the more knowledge you develop in certain areas, especially nowadays, oh man, you know what I'm saying? It's extremely valuable in terms of the digital world.
Yeah. So, and speaking of digital and gaming and all of that, tell me, like, who is your dream team? If you was to select an artist or a group of artists, a group of gamers or a particular gamer, as well as with a gaming development company, or, you know, or whatever company that may already be out there, like, what's that vision for you? Who do you see in that?
Okay, so I'll mix it up a bit. So I'll give you like a game developer, I'll give you an artist, and you know, I'll give you a game, like in terms of like a dream team, like how you were saying. So in terms of game development, a dream team I would say Rockstar Games, Sony Santa Monica, Naughty Dog, Ninja Theory, and that last one. It's always that last one, man. It's always that last one. Insomniac Games. I'll probably go Insomniac Games as like a dream team from a game development standpoint, right? And then as a music, like from the music side of things, a dream team to me be Eminem, J. Cole.
Okay.
Ooh. Then I would definitely throw Jada Kiss in there. Definitely throw Jada. 50 Cent. Definitely throw 50 Cent. And my boy DNA. Battle rapper DNA. That would be my dream team on the music side. Then in terms of like gamers and everything, my dream team will probably be Sonic Fox. This is crazy. So Sonic Fox. I would probably go with what's that dude? Man, Bear the Beast. Cause he's the face of the NBA 2K League. So I'll go with Bear the
Okay.
Beast. Definitely go with myself.
Of course, why not?
Yeah, definitely gonna go with myself. I need two more. I will go with Ninja.
Mm-hmm.
And his marketing team is crazy. Like, so
Okay.
I will go with Ninja, and then I would go with Nade Shot from
Okay.
FaZe Clan. That would be
Okay.
like my dream team
Your dream
in
team.
each respective
Area.
area and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, I feel like with that I cover all bases. I got the hood and the authenticity.
Mm-hmm.
I got the marketing and the reach and the attention of those that's beyond the core.
Mm-hmm.
I have the consistency of in terms of the work ethic and the execution and stuff like that. Like you can't lose with that.
That's dope. And with this gaming, of course, you will build whatever theme and all that you want, which
Yeah,
would
of
then
course.
take us into a place of what I want to focus on today. And I think this is what you want to focus on too a little bit.
Yeah,
The mental health of gaming.
of course.
And how important it is, and the impact that gaming has had on and continues to have on individuals who play it, along with the music that's included into it. Tell me about your experience with this, and like who you're working with when it comes to mental health and gaming, and especially with the state that we're dealing with right now with the COVID virus that's taking place. A lot of people are going through depression. They're going through mental illness as a whole, and how gaming and music can all help individuals with their mental state right now.
Got you. So it's so many ways. So let's dive deep into this one. So the first thing I would say is when it comes to the mental health situation and gaming. So I got a friend of mine gave me a call, was going through a lot of stuff, right? And but we're both gamers, but he was going through a lot of stuff personally, right? So what I was telling him, I was like, yo, look, like, why do you care? Like, why does their opinion mean more to you than your own opinion of you? Like, why is that? Why do you value what somebody else say about you more than what you say about yourself? Why? Like, where does that come from? And when he said what he said, he was just tired of being attacked. Everybody's saying something. You know what I'm saying? And I guess it's something that he dealt with, all the time. And in my mind, he's a gamer, but he's having a mental issue right now, and he reached out. So what I told him, I was like, yo, look, I used video game references to help the situation out, which was crazy to me. So one of the games that we both love is a game that just came out, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now, this is a remake of a game that came out in 1997. But in this game, there's so many moments and emotional things and this and that. But one of the biggest moments in Final Fantasy VII Remake is just the ability to be there for someone. The ability to be there for someone, to show genuine love. That's something that you will learn and see in this game. So we talked about a moment that happened in that game that we both, played before, and it eased his whole aura, like what I'm saying? And then we started having fun talking about games and talking about other stuff, and literally like that, it was like it didn't even matter anymore. And the reason why, because gaming, we have an emotional connection with gaming in it. So when you have that emotion, so when you have that emotional connection, even through conversation, the intricacies of things you experience in a game calm them down from the evils of the world. That was one experience that was crazy to me. That's one. Now the second experience is this in terms of the mental health thing. A lot of times people don't feel valuable in the world they live in because society makes you seem like if you don't have a certain amount of money, or if you don't have certain cars, or if you don't have a house, or if you don't have certain things, you ain't nothing. And you're gonna be treated like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the society does that to you. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, what I've learned, is like if you're so damaged by the way society treats you, you could play a game, and in a game you could be a superhero, like, you know what I'm saying, or you can, you know, be this mythical creature, whatever it is, or you could create whatever character you want to make. You could kind of be like what you really want to be or whatever, and it takes you away from that. You know what I'm saying? So gaming provides a major level of escape. The reason why is because if you listen to music, that could provide an escape. I get it. If you watch a movie, that could provide an escape. You watch something, you entertain. But gaming is the only platform that gives you a sense of control, because you have a controller in your hand. So it's like you doing this stuff. You are making these things happen. When you level up, you leveled up. When you, you know what I'm saying? When you beat that boss, like that final boss battle, you achieved that. Like, it's a different feeling, and it kind of makes you feel alive when the world can make you feel dead.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the second part of it that you know, messes with the mind as well. You understand? That's the second part. And the third thing I'll say, there's a whole bunch more things, but the third thing I'll say is, when you look at the COVID-19 situation that we're in right now, right? And that post, I saw this post on LinkedIn, and I have reposted it on my Instagram, where the WHO and my girl Red Infamy, she had mentioned this as well, because she had saw the article too. She was like, wait, what they said? I'm trying to make sure I don't want to say the wrong thing, but they said that gaming was a mental disorder or something like that. They said gaming. That's what it was.
Today,
So shout out to my man Mike Schneider. Because Mike Schneider, he did that report. So they were saying how gaming, you know, before COVID-19, gaming was a mental disorder and all this other stuff. And now during COVID-19, gaming is a great way,
right,
to get through to me as a pastime, and you need to do this and stuff like that. But what's so funny about it is they got what the World Health Organization is doing right now is they're having gaming tournaments where they're raising money for the COVID-19 thing, because everybody's gaming. So it's so funny how the same company that has something bad to say about it is now the same company utilizing gaming to generate money for the COVID-19 situation. Wow, so now they're the face of raising money and blah, blah, blah. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you already know how that goes. You know, that's just them being fake with it. You know what I'm saying? But what I would say is, I feel like this is a great opportunity for them to actually take time out, whoever is the representative of the WHO. I think it's a great opportunity for them to like be a guest on a show like mine, or be a guest on a lot of gaming shows, to actually be like, hey, look, I mean, hopefully it's genuine, but I think if they came out and was like, yo, look, real talk, you was wrong. Like, we ain't know, we just following what other people were saying, and we didn't do our proper study, and we was wrong, and this is our way of trying to change it, and you ain't gonna see us talk like that again, because now we learned our lesson. I can respect that. But
have you reached out to them? Have you reached out?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
There's something that I'm doing with them.
Okay. All right.
And I want to do something with them first.
So
because now I can prove the concept alongside them. So when I speak, I can speak based on what we did instead of speaking based on what ifs. You know what I'm saying? In journalism, you want to deal with facts, not what ifs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So in order for me to do it correctly, in terms of the follow-up, I want to do something with them first. So now we have a reference.
Right.
You know what I mean? To speak on. So that'll come soon. But yeah, man, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like when you look at that, it just goes to show that gaming has always been at the core a fun factor.
Yeah.
For everyone. Gaming has always been a fun factor, pastime for everyone to come together. And in this day and age, speaking for me, what I'm doing is using gaming as a platform to bring people together, to break the barrier of negativity and tension, so conversations can be created, so things can be better as a collective with all of us together as people. That's like my whole thing, because that's how it worked for me. Whether going to the arcades and you got the quarters and you meeting people, that was our social media. You know what I'm saying? Like back then, you know, back in the day, and between my grandmother, between video games and church, that's what raised me. So my whole goal is just to bring people together using gaming as a platform to break the barrier. That's it.
Right. Well, man, I hope you continue doing what you're doing, and much success with the partnership that you have with Who and other.
No, it's not a partnership that I have with them, but I'm gonna do something with them
Okay.
that can potentially lead to a partnership to make sure we get things correct now that they made this latest statement.
All right. Well, we're gonna put it out there in the atmosphere. I already
Yeah. Definitely put it
I'm
out
just
there.
gonna speak it into existence.
Gotcha.
But yeah, much success to that, and I know how important gaming. You know, I'm not a gamer like you, but I grew up. You know, like I'm 32, so the 90s, being with my not nephews, being with my cousins and my brothers, where we were playing the Zeldas and the competitive state of, you know, getting to the next level, or playing Street Fighter, and how we were in one small room trying to all either compete with each other or beat the game, and how that really built our relationship, because it helps with relationships too.
Absolutely.
We were so close during those times, that young that young age we were playing those games, being in the room. I think that's the most fun we ever had, compared to even being outside, was sitting in front of the game and gaming and talking about stuff.
All night, all day, especially summertime out of school. Oh man, we go out, play, have fun, come home, play the games. Oh man, we did it all, man. It was great.
Right, exactly. Word. So before we end this episode, like, tell the people how they can find you, what projects you have coming up, what you want people to register for, any gaming events that you streaming. Go ahead.
Got you. So, what I would say is Google me. Everything is Hip Hop Gamer across the board, whether it's Twitter, IG, Facebook, whatever. Everything is Hip Hop Gamer across the board. So just Google me, see everything that's going on. That's one thing. In terms of events, every week, Wednesday, 1 p.m. The Hip Hop Gamer show. Well, actually, it's called We Got Game, but that's a show that I do on Hot 97 once a week on Wednesdays. So make sure y'all check that out. Actually today, even though it's today's Thursday that we're filming this, I got WNBA champion Ariel Powers that's gonna be a guest on the show. So stay tuned for that. Once that's officially posted and broadcasted, y'all can check that out on Hot 97. And also I'm doing something huge with my gaming and guidance program. So April 28th of this month, on Hot 97, youtube.com/Hot97, we're gonna be able to, talk with principals, talk with the kids, and see how they're, handling this pandemic. And also I'm using video games as a way to teach about what's going on in the pandemic, because there's games that actually speak on that. Like there's it's crazy. So stay tuned for that. April 28th, 1 p.m. as well.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Hip Hop Gamer, for joining us for this episode. It's actually our last episode for the season. And, we're going to pick back up probably this fall as well. But whatever you have coming out, please feel free to, share it with the Reload, and we'll post it. We're here to support you and your endeavors and what you're doing in terms of music and gaming and mental health, and teaching the youth, the importance of gaming and how they can make money off of this as well. It's not just about playing. You can, have a stable financial life.
You could be a lawyer, you could be an animator, shoutcaster, content creator. There's so many things in the gaming space. Like, for example, Spike Lee wrote the story in NBA 2K, I think 18, if I'm not mistaken. But that's what I'm saying. Cool. It's like you could be a writer, whatever. It don't matter. Actor, voice acting, like whatever it is. There's so many avenues in the gaming space. You could be a coach in esports. Like, shout out to my homegirl Melita. She's a nurse, for esport teams as well as the NBA and WNBA. So it's like all this stuff is real. Like, this stuff is real, man. So whatever y'all want to do, it can definitely be done in the gaming space now, for real. There's opportunities everywhere.
All right,
All
well,
right.
thank you so much, man. And thank you guys for tuning in to the reload. We'll catch you next season. Out.
Peace.